World Karate Association and ESPN welcomes you to the 1994 U.S. Shidokan Open, where some of the best martial artists from around the world have gathered to test their skills against one another in a unique format of bare-knuckle, full-contact karate. These fighters have come from around the world to test their mettle in an arena where there's no place to run and no place to hide. The U.S. Shidokan Open is brought to you by the Bismarck Hotel. When you visit Chicago, stay at the Bismarck. And by the Chicago Fitness Center, Chicago's premier fitness establishment. We're here at the Bismarck Hotel's Palace Theater, located in the heart of Chicago, Illinois, where a sellout crowd anticipates the start of this premier international martial arts event. Hi, Kerry Sudler here with you for ESPN2, and in the next hour, you're going to see some action like you've never seen it before. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Shidokan. I'm talking about martial arts practiced in a way that's very untraditional. Why? Because in 1995, times have changed, and when the best of the best have been spending their entire lives, their careers, every ounce of energy, perfecting their discipline and skill, before there was no place they could take it. Well, now there's Shidokan, and this is where they show their mettle. This is where they each find out amongst each other who is, in fact, the best. They've come from Poland, they've come from France, from Greece, you name it, global-wide, even spent their own money to get here because they're that serious. I want you to say hello to my friend John Peretti. He's the former four-time world kickboxing champion. He's been in the ring, he knows what it's like, and these guys are going to be the big bruisers tonight.
The heavyweight division is amazing. What we have here are big bangers. Some of these guys go 318 pounds. They are big boys, and they can kick. The Taekwondo stylists will be kicking from afar, and the big Kyokushinkai guys will be in there punching, punching, punching.
So we're going to be seeing some stuff tonight that would make most people might wince a little bit, huh?
Absolutely. If you're a boxing fan, hang on to your seat. This is way out there on that.
Well, from my vantage point, it looks like livestock. These guys are so huge. Some kind of rules are going to have to keep them in their cage.
Well, we're not going to allow them to punch to the face or elbow to the face. We're not going to allow them to kick to the groin or to the knee or to the spinal cord.
That's still not very much. There's going to be a great deal of hammering going on, right?
And grabbing.
What about scoring?
Scoring is going to be by knockout or by points. If they get 6 points, they win. And if they don't get 6 points, it goes to the decision of the judges. But here in the Shidokan system, that doesn't happen very often.
So what you're saying is not only will we know who's won, but the fighters themselves are going to know loud and clear who has won.
Exactly.
Let's go into the audience's seats with Julie Lynch. She's getting their reaction.
Hey, I'm Julie Lynch, and I'm here to find out why. We know why we like to watch the event because it's so spectacular, but why are the fighters willing to do it? Why are they willing to spend their own money to get here? Why are they willing to spend all that time in training and dedication to prepare for an event like this? And why are they willing to risk personal injury? I mean, last year, out of 21 fights, we had 3 cracked ribs, 2 fractured jaws, 2 broken noses, 7 knockouts, where gentlemen left that ring without even knowing they were going. That doesn't even count the broken toes and fingers. I want to know why these guys are willing to do it. And here we have Don Wilson, Don the Dragon Wilson, he's been in the martial art world for a very long time. 17 years as a kickboxer and 17 martial arts films starring. Don, what do you think about this event?
Well, I think it's going to be very exciting. I'm very excited because I'm half Japanese, and there's a great contingent from Japan here. And because of the full contact, it adds a certain amount of realism that you don't get in a lot of other styles of competition.
What do you think about the possible injury?
Well, that goes with the territory. I mean, you know, you can't be a carpenter without hitting your thumb every now and then. So, you know, the reason why I did it and risked the injury was certainly not money. Basically, to improve me as a martial artist. And there's a rush, there's a thrill you get when you get in the ring that you can't get in everyday life. And I think a lot of fighters get addicted to that.
Yeah, I've heard that the thrill is addicting. But what about the injury? Have you ever been really injured?
Yeah, I've had my share. I think I've had 8 broken hands, 4 broken noses, 22 stitches. And as you said, that's not to count the broken toes because we just taped those up.
These gentlemen are pretty tough characters. We're going to go back to Kerry.
Thanks, Julie, and boy, has she said a mouthful there. These are the preliminaries for the heavyweight division, and it's going to be hot tonight. Our first one is going to be Dontel Fleming versus Alan Pitts. That's St. Martin versus the USA. There's Dontel on the left, 26 years old, 6'0", 220 pounds, and Alan Pitts smiling, just kidding. He's 31, 5'10", 190 pounds, and both the Shidokan discipline. What can we look for, John?
Last year, Dontel made it to the finals against Kucharzewski. So this guy is a big-time competitor. Here's Alan Pitts, who played football for the University of Florida. He has no problem with contact sports.
Well, if he played for the Gators, I'm scared already.
I think you have to watch Dontel Fleming, though, because Dontel's a kicker.
And this is going to be, by the way, this is very international and global. That's the neat thing about Shidokan. These people come from all over the planet to compete.
Dontel with delicious intent.
Dontel in the red, by the way, he's just moving in like a moose.
Rotating between roundhouse kicks and knees to the body.
Dontel outweighs Pitts by 30 pounds. That's a huge advantage.
Look at Dontel, just stay his distance away, then charge in. Like 6 or 7 punches in a row, and a very slow takedown.
I think Pitts is in trouble. No point there. Oh, man, I'm glad I'm not Pitts.
Just wading right in, Dontel fearless at this point. Big reverse punch.
Oh!
Probably the best low roundhouse kick we've seen. Let's give him a point for that.
Dontel's got those big, heavy knees, too. That has got to hurt.
Alternating again between roundhouse kicks and knees to the femur. Again. That one actually skipped through and got to the back leg. And the knee. And the reverse punches. And a bad takedown.
No point there. You know, Dontel's just warming Pitts over, isn't he? Like a piece of meat, just working him down to nothing.
Front kick to nowhere. Dontel with the big right hand. And again, that right roundhouse kick.
You know, we can really hear the sting.
Pitts is getting hurt now.
Oh!
Pitts with the reverse spinning wheel kick, just it's taken off his feet in anticipation. 1 point.
And if you look at Pitts' face, you can see he doesn't seem to have any fear against a moose.
He didn't even see that coming. Now Pitts has distance.
Pitts is a guy who said, I can do anything, just give me the chance.
Knee again. And the round. I thought Dontel was quite impressive.
Dontel likes to spar with a lot of Caribbean folks, so he gets a lot of different flavor in his style for sure. What do you think his strongest suit is at this point, John?
He's clearly unintimidated. He charges in. He's got knees and low kicks.
What about Alan Pitts?
Alan Pitts obviously can take a punch. Watch Dontel here with that low roundhouse kick, comes right through, hits the back bottom leg, and thank God he misses with the left hand.
And just hurled Pitts away like a squeezed lemon.
Again, Pitts with a spinning wheel kick just gets pushed over by Dontel and his stature.
Pitts has got to be dizzy, but you got to admire a guy who keeps getting up and coming back. Speaking of coming back, we'll be back for round 2, U.S. Shidokan.
There's nothing like being ranked #1. It takes a whole lot to get there. Man, you've got to eat it, drink it, and breathe it. Well, you know, it always comes back to fundamentals. Fundamentals, fundamentals, fundamentals. You know what I say? You got to put a fire under them. Once you get a taste of it, man, you don't want anything else. We're the only game in town. You got to want it. You really got to want it.
In this hospital, patients die.
This guy had a metabolic meltdown.
Bodies vanish.
Your hospital's known for losing patients.
And the most elusive casualty of all.
They're taking people and using them for some kind of research.
Is the truth.
I needed human subjects. You're killing people.
Hugh Grant, Gene Hackman, Sarah Jessica Parker.
If you could cure cancer by killing one person, wouldn't you have to do that?
Extreme Measures, rated R. Starts Friday, September 27th.
We now continue with the preliminary heavyweights of U.S. Shidokan, and there's Dontel Fleming on the left, and on the right is Alan Pitts. and they're going to duke it out because this is round 2, and it's time to see some more action, John.
Dontel pushes him down. Right low knee. Strong move. Another right low knee. All that low work sets up for big high stuff.
You know, for Alan Pitts, it's like kicking a brick wall, isn't it? Just a lot of pain on your body, and you're going nowhere with it. What can Pitts hope to do?
From this point, he's in big, big trouble because he's getting hit so hard, subconsciously, he just keeps thinking about that lower left leg. That brings all his defenses down.
And of course, he's getting tired out, isn't he? How can he maintain energy against this guy?
He's just in big trouble, and you got to be careful now because that lower work just driving in, digging a big hole. You got to chop the tree down from the bottom up.
That's a nice metaphor, John. What do you mean?
Well, just as you saw there, he just keeps banging away at the bottom stump of the tree, and then he has access to the top half.
And Sanford, Florida's Alan Pitts is looking woozy here. And who wouldn't after this?
See Dontel hold the ropes, the referee breaks him. Hey, don't let those glasses fool you. That's Yasunori Matsumoto, the former All Japan champion.
Everywhere Shidokan shows himself.
Come on now, let's get time.
You see those defenses start coming down lower and lower. And there it is.
There's the count. And that's it.
It's over.
That's over. A mighty roundhouse kick. KO's Pitts. Pitts is down.
Pitts is unconscious.
Here it comes.
Picture perfect roundhouse kick underneath the left ear. Again, another angle. See the turn. Nice pivot, heel pointing towards his opponent. Down and out.
And that's that, huh? Dontel Fleming KO's Alan Pitts, 6 points. And you know what's good about Shidokan? Right away the doctors come, and that's important. They've planned ahead for every strategy. No matter what is going to happen, you're going to be taken care of. And the fighters know when coming in, things could happen. It is highly risky, but they also know that they don't have to worry because they will be taken care of.
Not only are the fighters used to this kind of activity, but the people involved with this promotion are used to this activity. Pitts is conscious. He's been hit this hard before, I guarantee you. It's a common occurrence.
Certainly playing football he was, wasn't he? But not with this kind of exactitude. Well, while they're attending to Alan Pitts and helping him to recover, we're going to sneak away for a moment. We'll be back, of course, with more of U.S. Shidokan.
You love Jock Jams Volume 1. Now, ESPN and Tommy Boy Music give you Jock Jams Volume 2. Jock Jams Volume 2. More of the hottest crowd pumping jams of all time. Jock Jams Volume 2. Available in record stores everywhere.
This is how we do it.
Just what does it take to get in shape and stay that way? If you think you need to go to a gym to lose weight, get in shape, and have a body like this, think again. This is Bowflex, a real workout at home that's so good, we guarantee results in 6 weeks or your money back. It's not magic, it's Bowflex. Call us and ask for a free video and brochure on the machine that works like an entire gym, but fits anywhere in your home.
Did soccer discover America, or did America finally discover soccer? Either way, soccer is here in a big way, and it's here for good. The MLS on ESPN2. Action continues when the LA Galaxy takes on the Dallas Burn. Tomorrow at 8:30 on ESPN2. The MLS on ESPN2. Finally, America gets it.
U.S. Shidokan now continues, and there's Alan Pitts. He's being pulled out from under the ropes. He seems to be okay. This is a good sign. Shidokan acted quickly and had doctors right on hand and treated him immediately and has brought him around, and I think he's going to be okay.
He's fine. He's holding his own mouthpiece. It's quite a good indicator.
He took quite a hit, but he's back. He's alert. He's lucid, and that's great. A fighter like him needs to continue fighting in the future, and by treating him right away like that, they made sure that he's got a future to fight for. He's being taken away. Probably get a little more air when he's out in the lobby, I imagine. And there's our winner, Dontel Fleming, and of course he moves to the semifinals.
Dontel showing a picture-perfect roundhouse kick, and more important than that, a better setup.
Julie Lynch is in the audience.
Hi, I'm here with John Maher. He's a member of the audience, and he has some very distinct opinions about the sport.
Well, I just think that the guys who take the beating are the toughest guys I've ever seen in my life. These guys take 20, 30 shots to the head per round, and, you know, the crowd is against them. They're getting their asses kicked, and boom, they're on their feet the whole time. They're tough. They're as tough
This is after just seeing Alan Pitts go down with a kick to the head.
Huge, yeah. And he stays there. He takes the smelling salts, and 5 minutes later, he's on his feet again. It's incredible.
It is incredible. I really appreciate your input. Thank you very much.
When you talk about heavyweights, there's your man right there. Tomaz Kucharzewski from Krakow, Poland. He's 26, 6 feet, 210 pounds. And of course, he's going up against Christopher Harrison of Fort Riley, Kansas, 24, 5'10", 210 pounds. That's Poland versus the United States of America.
And Ishinru versus Shidokan.
What kind of difference are we going to see there?
Kucharzewski's right-handed conventional stance and more of a kicker than Christopher Harrison.
And Christopher Harrison has a thick neck, too, if you look at it, which means maybe he could take a few pops to the face and survive it, huh?
No, Kucharzewski seems like the total dominant force in the world today. He's won 1992-94 Sabaki. He's won the Shidokan Open twice and the World Championship.
Oh! Christopher Harris looks like he's going after a piece of steak, doesn't he? Like a side of beef. He's hungry.
Yeah, but Kucharzewski is a master of that little distance game. Backs up, then he comes.
This is a fast action for heavyweights. I mean, these guys are dancing around like they weigh nothing.
Watch the knees on Kucharzewski. Kucharzewski looking to break distance here.
And also looking like a very angry Gary Busey.
Always watch those left stances, though. Little distraction kick. Side kick is short. Kucharzewski moving in with the knees. Again, another. 3-second rule in effect. Shidokan system, you need to break after 3 seconds after holding.
Remember, these fighters are not paid to be here. They're here because they're the best and they want to be here and prove it.
Watch the legs on Kucharzewski. Little spinning move, and Harrison moves in for distance. Squashes him.
Harrison's got lots of energy, doesn't he? Doesn't seem to want to wear down.
Spinning back kick, tied it to the side. Harrison did not block that, though.
Oh, a kick to the face that had to have effect on him. And look at that, knees again and again. He's getting pummeled and he's down.
And that's 3 points for Tomaz Kucharzewski,
who goes by the nickname Cooch. There, he's, look at him, he's coming in, just diving in on him, just kicking him.
Left knee to the head was a super score, and Harrison's very disappointed in himself.
Well, and in agony, possibly. Well, that's the end of that one, isn't it? Tomaz Kucharzewski KOs Harrison. He's the winner. He is a heavyweight, a heavy guy, and a heavy
Look at the
fighter.
face on Tomaz Kucharzewski. His game face is very different from his normal complacency.
He's still in the throes of anger, hostility, I don't know what. Let's take a look at this again.
His short roundhouse kick, just a little bit square off the left roundhouse.
And bam! Oh! Your jaws, your ears, it's got to be proven. Well, as the preliminaries continue, of course, Kucharzewski advances. Next, we've got Jean-Michel Lavendrine from Nice, France, and Jean Riviere. Jean Riviere on the left there, 23, 6'1", 300 pounds from Montreal, Canada. And Jean-Michel Lavendrine from Nice, France, 25, 6'0", 210 pounds. Two different styles a little bit.
Yeah, and Riviere coincidentally played football. He played offensive and defensive lineman, and he didn't think it was a rough enough sport.
Well, these football players, they get into this, and this is where they really show their mettle, though, right?
And Riviere weighed in at 313 plus yesterday.
He's gargantuan, but he's quick for his weight.
He's also a black belt in judo.
You know, by looking at him, you really wouldn't see that. But look at this guy. Bam, bam. He's got huge energy, and he's so quick for a bulk.
Concho Sueno told me yesterday also that he picks him as the new heavyweight champion.
Looks like this may be a bit of a surprise for Lavendrine, who's down. And that scared him. You can see that.
Yeah.
No point there, though.
And that left roundhouse scared him, and that was a big surprise.
Jean-Michel Lavendrine in red.
Lavendrine needs to stay on the outside and head kicks, but I don't think he has the flexibility to get up that high.
Just think, if you were him, whatever you did, it probably wouldn't hurt Riviere. And what do? Throw a brick, stick a thumb in his eye? I mean, what can he do? It's like fighting Oddjob from Goldfinger.
Riviere is dominating in strength, and Lavendrine is not playing the right game. He's wading right in and trying to punch at this man.
Seems like Lavendrine spending his whole time just thinking, what can I do next? What can I do?
Oh, terrific left roundhouse kick.
Oh.
A big guy can kick.
You know, for a man that size with that kind of agility, it is an amazing human feat, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. The only other people that can do that are sumos at 500 pounds do full splits. This guy can kick.
Well, that was 3 points, wasn't it? And Lavendrine's down.
And another point for that takedown.
That makes 4 for Riviere.
Lavendrine just will not change his game.
And just gripping Riviere's gi there.
Ooh, he landed.
Just pulling at him.
Lavendrine's landing knees. He is landing knees.
Man, there's the round. Well, that means we've got another one. We'll go to round 2. 4 points to Riviere, and he only needs 2 more to win. Now, the fellow on the right is Jean-Michel. He's the chief instructor of French Shidokan.
Il n'y a que des low kicks. Arrête de manger les low kicks. Arrête de manger. Tu bloques, tu repars. D'accord? Et monte à ma voiture la tête. Ne descends pas ta garde. Il n'y a que des low kicks.
And now we can see the power of a bulldozer in a human body. Poor Lavendrine, you can hear his body thump as he hit the mat.
I think that was his head.
Stay with us. You won't want to miss more of this action as Shidokan continues.
Firestone has developed a new tire technology so advanced they use it on Indy cars in the worst possible condition, the rain. And if it can handle 172 miles per hour wet, 55 is a piece of cake. Introducing the Firehawk SC50, made possible by Unity, our ultimate tire technology, and by a tread patterned after our original Firehawk Indy rain tire, the Firehawk SC50, for the rain, for the road.
You have failed me. Wasn't our fault. We had a Subaru Outback. Outback?
Got better gas mileage than our Cherokee.
Held a turn tighter than our Blazer.
Brake better than our Explorer.
Silence, fools. Just tell me what you need to catch him.
Our own Outback would be nice.
With a CD player and leather.
Subaru Outback, the world's first sport utility wagon.
Soon you'll be able to know immediately if statements like these are true. Mr. Gullible. ESPN News Network, the 24-hour sports news network from ESPN. Who else?
U.S. Shidokan continues. There's the scoreboard. You can see Riviere has 4. He's on the left, Lavendrine on the right. And 2 more points, Riviere wins. Lavendrine in red, by the way.
Lavendrine tends to be on the inside with this monster.
And we We've seen what Riviere can do.
Spinning back kick underneath. Little inside thigh kick.
Right through the ropes.
Getting pushed all over the place.
Riviere is not a guy you'd ever want to deal with in any situation.
One knee, two knees. Referee intervening.
You know, Lavendrine is going to have to go for the head or the legs. He's got no other choice at this time. Arm punches. Now, what's that going to do?
He's definitely not a head kicker. That's not an option. Just proved that. Touches a little knee.
Does no good.
Pushed out of the ring again.
May as well kick a redwood, right? It's the same effect. It will not yield. Riviere is one tough, big, solid guy.
He's attempting to get the knee in.
Lavendrine just keeps on working. It goes nowhere.
Lavendrine should be so happy that this is not a grapple.
Oh, it's like in slow motion now, isn't it?
Yeah, Lavendrine looks almost ineffectual with all his homework right now.
Just almost going through the motions robotically. Well, I'll do this. Well, I'll do that.
You notice that Riviere's not even blocking anything anymore.
Why should he?
Oh, he got hit with a little kick there. Oh, and pays him back in double.
And that was a point. So now we've got Riviere at 5 points. One more point, Riviere gets it.
Drops him.
What will this be? Nope.
No point.
No point.
You see that judo sweep he's starting there?
There's a round. Lavendrine might just be frustrated here. All his work and no effect. He's now talking with Gilles Richard.
Maintenant, tu vas travailler ses cuisses. Tu vas travailler ses cuisses, dans ses cuisses, et après tu montes à la gueule. Mais tu montes jamais à la gueule. Ou alors t'as 3 mètres. Ça sert à rien ce que tu fais. Et arrête tes retournés bidons. Arrête tes retournés bidons. Tu fais un retourné bidon que quand t'es sûr de le faire. Sinon, n'en fais pas.
Lavendrine with a little roundhouse kick, and he doesn't produce a knee there. And pays for it with a big takedown. Riviere gets a point.
Still getting advice there. Look at the score. 5 to Riviere, Lavendrine, nothing. That breaks it down. That moves us into another round.
Riviere's nickname is the Teddy Bear, but I just don't see it.
Well, Bear, yes. Teddy, I don't know. Wouldn't look good in a Teddy, that's for sure. Round 3 here. And one more point, Riviere wins. Lavendrine's got a long way to go, doesn't he? And for Riviere to pull that load around, it's just got to be tiring.
Riviere is looking fairly exhausted now, and you know, Lavendrine's coming on. He's landing a few knees. He's got reverse punches over and under the elbow.
Still, he's got a long way to go.
3 or 4 in a row, a missed knee.
Look at this, look at this.
Working for the right knee now.
Now, if he can keep that up.
He's looking exhausted. Riviere is in trouble here. And another knee to the body. 2 knees in a row there. A reverse punch under and over, and a knee to the face. And another knee to the face.
A total turnaround.
What an upset here.
Lavendrine has he's KO'd Riviere.
Lavendrine, the fireman, is taking over.
A total surprise. That is unbelievable. You know, that's the thing about Shidokan that makes it so exciting. You can watch something all the way up to the last second, and it always turns around.
Amazing. Riviere, I'd like to know what's on his mind at this point in time.
No, you're right. You couldn't show that to your children. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. What a shocker, huh? But
Lavendrine is a hero.
Sportsmanship again.
And he raises the other hand.
That was a hell of a fight.
What a great fight.
Fabulous, Jean-Michel.
You gotta love
You can hear him say fabulous, fabulous.
Here it is in replay. Boom, boom, boom.
A little Bolo-esque uppercut comes in. Oh. Beautiful knee to the face, followed by yet another, but it's kind of blocked. So a 1-knee deal.
Canada versus France. France wins, and you know the French love that. And Lavendrine advances to the semifinals. Julie's in the audience, one of our celebrities.
Hi, I'm with Bob Berlin, the 1984 silver medalist in judo. Bob, we know that what you thought was a little bit more conservative this. How would you say it compares?
This doesn't compare even remotely to my sport. This is a lot more violent, a lot less rules, and not anything that I would ever venture myself.
You would never consider doing something like this?
Getting into this? Absolutely not. Much too dangerous. And it's not in the Olympics, and I was an Olympian, so.
Good. Thanks a lot, Bob.
Thank you, Jay.
And coming up, it's the USA versus St. Martin as the U.S. Shidokan continues.
I love my country.
I'm from Chicago, Illinois.
St. Paul, Minnesota.
Best city in the world. I like the Midwestern attitude. I love Hawaii.
From Idaho.
Moscow, Idaho.
Sausalito.
By far the most beautiful place.
California.
The mountains, the beach. I love football.
I love basketball.
Hockey.
I love to swim.
I like to surf. 7th inning stretch. Buffalo, New York. United States of America.
United States of America.
USA.
The new giant Caesar makes everything else look small.
What are you looking at? The Grand Canyon. Where? Right there. Where? Right there.
What you eating?
Giant Caesar.
What you stepping in?
Has to be China.
Everything looks small next to the giant Caesar. What? From Little Caesars, giant slices with giant pepperoni. $9.99 carried out or have it delivered. Piece of pizza.
This Saturday, ESPN2 kicks off with an explosive doubleheader. First, Texas Tech brings an arsenal of offensive firepower to Athens as they go head-to-head with Georgia. Then, another offensive showdown as Donovan McNabb and the Orange Men try to outgun Minnesota's aerial assault. Texas Tech, Georgia, 5:30. Syracuse, Minnesota, 8:30. Saturday, only on ESPN2.
I'm here with Kathy Hinton. She's one of our lovely ring girls, ring ladies. What would you prefer to be called?
Ring girl's fine.
Ring girls. Kathy, do you do this all the time?
This is my 3rd year working for the Shidokan in Chicago.
Do you enjoy the fighting?
It's a lot of fun. It's very exciting, and everybody ought to come out.
What's your day job?
I'm a nurse.
You're a nurse? Boy, and I bet she really knows how to take care of the patients.
Right.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Kathy. You're great.
Enjoy.
I don't think we need to analyze that interview, do we? Well, what we've got here are a couple of more big guys, and they're going to be duking it out. Alain Grosdesormeaux, he's from St. Martin, 26, 5'10", 203 pounds. And Rich Hollis, Cottage Grove, Wisconsin, 25, 5'11", 200 pounds. Two different types of disciplines here, John.
Yeah, and actually yesterday, Grosdesormeaux weighed in at 220.
Hollis,
so he's been lifting weights. And most interesting entrance I've ever seen in fighting.
You suppose he was a little eager there, John?
Yeah, a little.
You're running in a kick to nowhere and landing on your petard, huh? Grosdesormeaux in red.
Little roundhouse kick. Deck's getting a bit slippery, as you can see.
Now, no point there. Is it water or what? Just sweat?
Just sweat, and again.
Again?
Right on the painted logo.
Now, that's got to be a real hindrance. I mean, how are you possibly going to keep your footing with that?
You actually keep your mind on keeping away from it.
But these guys are too busy.
Too busy to listen to the referee at that moment.
A lot of air kicks.
Little hook kick, too far out. A terrible spinning back kick. Oh, a little jumping knee attempt, but no go.
Break!
Swipe across the face for Grosdesormeaux.
Go!
Remember, these guys aren't paid to be here.
Another very bad spinning back kick.
1, 2, 3. Too much clapping. Go.
They almost need to hold on to each other so they won't slip.
No takedowns from that position. I was quite surprised.
Still no points.
Little dump. He's on his back.
No point there.
Blocking the low roundhouse kick.
And pulling them apart. Still even Steven score. 3-second rule in effect here.
What happens here is that they have to pull apart after 3 seconds if no takedown is accomplished.
Now, they both got different styles, John, so obviously they're going to have different strategies. What do you think they're going to do?
It looks like they have to work from the outside to the inside more and less from the inside than to the outside. You can look at that big ear on Rich Hollis there, swelling up.
It's like a stalk of rhubarb, doesn't it? And yours would too if you've taken that kind of beating. And you've been around, haven't you? So
no,
you know
mine does.
Still, right?
I have ears like concrete now.
And here in the replay, we can see that bright red ear as it gets whacked again.
Grosdesormeaux just keeps putting his hand on his ear and neck and dropping him.
And there's that punch.
But late.
Okay. Still zip, zip. Round 2. The USA versus St. Martin.
See his hand right on the back of his neck again? There goes the little takedown attempt.
These are two heavyweights, so this is not a relaxed and casual atmosphere. Look at the expression on his face as he goes and pushes him right against the ropes.
Drove him to the ground.
Down goes Rich Hollis. Back up.
Well, these are big boys moving very quickly.
But didn't Grosdesormeaux have his jaw punched out last year and a friend crunched it back into place with his fist?
That's right, it was dislocated and he relocated in a very abusive way.
These heavyweights are tough.
See, those knees are starting to take effect. Hollis doesn't like it, he's turning his back. Trying to get a flip and can't accomplish it.
Oh, right in the face. You know, Hollis is just buzzing right now. But he wants it. He's still there. He's still
moving in, holding his head. He's got him by the head.
Oh.
Knee to the forehead.
That had got to do it.
That's got to knock him out.
He's down.
He's counting.
He's out. That was it. Alain Grosdesormeaux, 6 points. That's it, KO'd.
And Grosdesormeaux advanced to the semifinals against Kucharzewski.
And all it takes is that 6 points. Of course, this was a knockout, and that's how it goes. Odd how Shidokan consistently, no matter what you think is going to happen, it's something else. Makes it a fascinating sport. Let's go to the replay.
Big knee in the forehead. Takes him right down. Just melting.
I think Newton was right. There is such a thing as gravity. That had to hurt.
That's going to hurt tomorrow.
What an incredible night of fights so far, huh? 4 fights, 4 knockouts, and we're moving forward into the semifinals. Just amazing. Constant action. That's Shidokan. Coming up, we've got the semifinals and an amazing demonstration here on US Shidokan.
Wait! Don't spend almost $500 for an expensive rider, because right now you can try the Power Rider in your home free for 1 full month with no obligation to buy. And if you don't lose 10 pounds and 2 inches off your waist in the first 30 days, simply return it, no questions asked. The Power Rider is the fun, easy-to-use total body fitness machine. In just minutes a day, you'll burn fat fast, tone, trim, and build a leaner, more attractive body. And guess what? Right now, you can try the Power Rider in your home free for 1 full month with no obligation to buy. Over 500,000 customers have made the Power Rider the best-selling value-priced rider in the world. Now enjoy a 3-way workout as you gently stretch and tone every major muscle group in your body. Plus, it's the only rider that you pull the pin and it folds away for easy storage. You'll ride in comfort on the special contoured seat as you lose weight, shape problem areas like hips, thighs, and buttocks. Simply change grip positions and tone the arms. Help firm and strengthen the chest and back. Combined, you get 6 different levels of resistance, so you'll never outgrow your Power Rider. These people didn't spend almost $500 to ride, so why should you? Right now, you can try the Power Rider risk-free for 1 full month. And listen to this. If you don't lose 10 pounds and 2 inches off your waist, simply return it, and your credit card will never be charged. Decide to keep it, and your credit card will be billed the low TV price of 3 easy payments of only $49.95. Call now and receive these 2 special bonuses from National Fitness Champion Cameo Newer. Response to this free trial offer is incredible. So when you call, please stay on the line. Call now. Call 1-800-607-2323 to try the Power Rider free for 30 days. If you don't lose 10 pounds and 2 inches off your waistline, return it and your credit card will never be billed. Decide to keep it and your credit card will be billed in 3 payments of $49.95 plus shipping. Call 1-800-607-2323.
The U.S. Shidokan continues with something you may never have seen before. This is a back-breaking demo. And, John, this isn't easy, is it?
No, it's not easy, and it's quite painful. Murakami is the middleweight All-Japan World Champion, and he's going to break 2 bats with a low roundhouse kick across his tibia, and then switch legs with a little high roundhouse kick and break 1 bat.
You got to be a real pro to do that, because otherwise you could sustain some serious damage.
Every time you do it, you sustain damage.
Automatically.
Yeah.
So you do it knowing something you're going to have damage.
Absolutely. It's just the extent of the damage that's so important.
These are 2 ball bats, and look at the thickness there of that wood.
Well, let's watch. He's going to go. Oh, neck snapping roundhouse. And another. Terrific.
The power of that kick is unimaginable. Splintering wood that way.
Penetration is so important on that. If he didn't penetrate, he'd break his tibia.
Let's watch here as the wood splinters. It's a flash of light there even. Cameras can't even capture it. That is one fast kick, John.
Very fast and very powerful. The interesting thing about this guy is that he can kick with both legs. And here he is absorbing the punishment of the blow.
Well, I guess when you're the master like that, very few people would dare challenge, right?
It's a very, very difficult demonstration kick.
We're now in the semifinals where we have Dontel Fleming from St. Martin versus Jean-Michel Lavendrine from Nice, France. These are the heavyweights, and it's getting big. We know how these 2 fight, so you're guaranteed to see a real rock'em sock'em coming up. That, of course, right there is Dontel Fleming. He's from St. Martin, and there's Jean-Michel Lavendrine from Nice, France. Dontel, to remind you, is a 26, 6 feet, 220 pounds. Jean-Michel Lavendrine from Nice, France, 25, 6'0", 210 pounds. Both Shidokan fighters, and we know all about Shidokan now, don't we?
Absolutely. And Dontel weighed in at 210, actually. He's in even better shape than he was last year.
This is the first of the 2 semifinalists battling it out. And you can feel the tension already.
Dontel on the outside.
And 10 pounds heavier than Lavendrine. What are we going to see here?
Dontel kicks low and he punches hard in multiples on the inside.
All right, that was down. That was a point right there for Dontel Fleming, putting him in the lead.
So Dontel distracts you low, and then, as we've seen before, he can hit you with a nice, pretty roundhouse kick when you least expect it. Lavendrine has to be very careful, and I'm sure he's aware of it.
And he's got to be aware. There he is down.
Eddie Ashimura gets some time between them.
There's a big grip in Dontel Fleming's gi. These guys are big. They've got a lot of energy and they're moving quickly.
Dontel punching. There he goes. Knees, 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 more knees. Rapid succession of punches. And the roundhouse kick. And a little dance by Lavendrine.
Is he just stunned, Lavendrine?
He looked like this in the last fight.
It's almost as if he's disoriented.
You know, Lavendrine at times looks almost ineffectual, but then look what he's done in the past.
Dontel is a huge man, isn't he?
He's a big guy coming in at 210.
Now, it's like each time you hear a groan, that's not a groan of agonistic behavior. That's one of pain.
Yeah.
And you know that's collective. That's going to build up and just wear them both down.
And this isn't their first fight either. Oh, and he pulls them into the worst position possible in a real fight.
There's the bell. 1 point so far for Dontel. None for Jean-Michel Lavendrine. 6 points, and of course you win. Here they are collecting themselves, getting back into shape. There's that big rip in Dontel Fleming's knee there. That's got to, look, it's coming off.
Well, they're taking them both off now to keep everything even.
There'd be a definite disadvantage if one had one on and the other didn't, right?
Surely.
Boy, look at that physical build. Years of taking care of yourself and paying attention.
And Lavendrine's a young guy.
The international flavor of this event is really what it's exciting. I mean, when you can bring people in from as far as Poland and France in this situation, as well as St. Martin, a little island in the Caribbean. I mean, where they all know about Shidokan, it's that popular that no matter where you are on the planet, you know that if you're the best, you're eligible.
I wonder what it's like for Dontel to come from St. Martin all the way to Chicago.
It's got to be a big deal for him. And of course, he's impressing everyone.
Dontel from the outside with a low roundhouse. Starting to chop the tree down again. Gotta be careful with this guy.
He's determined, a renewed energy, that's for sure.
Now you can see that the grabbing tactics of the gi are no longer there. Almost becomes a different game here.
Dontel is just incensed.
Low roundhouse kicks and right hands to the body.
But Yoshimura breaks them up. They get back, they're going.
Lavendrine working to the inside, catching their foot and dropping them. See if they give him a point for that.
Now, these falls, I mean, these guys are huge. That's a lot of weight going down. How does it affect them?
Yeah, well, Lavendrine actually rode him to the ground, so it's pretty hard on the spinal cord.
Like
None of these guys are slapping. They're not judo players. You know? 2 knees, 3 knees, and blocked. Interesting to see a block of crossed arms. You practice it in karate, but you never really get to do it. Another low kick. Oh, that really hurt him. A left knee, and then a right knee. That's a point. He's visibly stunned. Yoshimura gives him a point. Oh, he charges in with a big right knee right past Eddie Yoshimura. Left, right, blocked again. He's got him by the head. Another low kick. A knee. Another knee. Yoshimura breaks.
You know, these heavyweights are just absolutely amazing, the amount of stamina they have, that they can keep coming back and take these blows. We heard earlier a man in the audience saying, I'd never do it. There's the bell. Dontel Fleming with 2 points now. And Jean-Michel Lavendrine with none. Let's see a replay here. Get a feel of the texture of these 2 guys.
Left roundhouse. Lavendrine grabs it, pushing on his chest and lifting up the leg. A big ride from a 200-pounder. On his back, spinally absorbing the blow.
That's got to be absolutely devastating to a body.
Exhausting.
Well, the score is 2-0 now in Fleming's favor. We'll continue with round 3 on US Shidokan.
Don't get the classes I want. Won't graduate on time. Can't believe they're raising tuition. This is not working. But this will. Classes I need to graduate on time, and no surprises about tuition. Works for me.
Call ITT Technical Institute at 1-800-942-0099. That's 1-800-942-0099.
My son insisted we try America Online, and I said, what's in it for us? Now I know better. America Online makes our lives easier. It saves time and money, too. Look, I'll show you. Welcome. I don't mind saving for retirement anymore. I can research mutual funds, chart all my stocks, and do my banking all from home anytime I want. And there's more. Scan hundreds of magazines, get sports scores, enjoy hobbies, even shop online. So call this toll-free number and get everything you need to make your life easier and more fun.
How do you keep track of everything that happens in the world of motor racing? You drive with us. RPM tonight, the ultimate wrap-up of the day that was in the world of motor racing. Tonight at 7, only on ESPN2.
And we're back with the heavyweight semifinals. Jean-Michel Lavendrine on the left, Dontel Fleming on the right. And the score, of course, is 2-0, Dontel Fleming's favor.
Lavendrine with big body punches and Dontel with big knees to the body.
What Lavendrine's got going for him is his toughness, that's for sure.
He just caught one in the chin. But winding up for the roundhouse. Dontel sucking wind. And he goes back. Oh, he hit his head.
That had to hurt. It looks like it did.
He hit his head hard.
He's getting up. He's looking a little stunned, isn't he? Kind of leaning back. He's kind of lost that focus that he had once before.
No amount of weight training is going to solve that situation.
Guess not, although he is still keeping up, keeping pace, keeping the power.
The knee to the body. Block knee to the body. Another block knee to the body.
Look, he's stumbling though. Looks like he's losing his balance a little bit. Well, that's the end of that round. Let's take a look at it here.
The knee under the armpit. Now watch his head when he hits. I think he really hit. Oh, he definitely hit very hard.
Oh, you could feel that impact. He's in pain. Looks like he's just regrouping his thoughts.
Where's his mouthpiece?
It's out. Something's going on there. Well, it's going to a decision now, and Dontel Fleming
wins the decision.
That's it. He's the winner, heavyweight semifinalist. You know, this is the first fight we've seen going to a decision like this, John.
Dontel doesn't look so good. I just want to say.
He doesn't have that happy look that...
Well, he's leaning on his knees. I mean, when I lean on my knees, that means I'm in trouble.
And I guess Jean-Michel Lavendrine is a little disappointed in his performance, huh?
Yes.
And look at this. Fleming is leaving, but it's not like he's jumping down like a victor. I don't know.
Hey, having a little trouble packing on pounds for sports, or to even be noticed? You could cram down all this, loaded with fat and cholesterol, or you could drink a glass of this and pack on quality pounds. It's General Nutrition's Pro Performance 2200 Weight Gainer. 2200 pound packing calories a serving. Fortified with guarana, OKG, creatine, and royal jelly. Beef up your bones with GNC's Pro Performance 2200 Weight Gainer. Get noticed, get big, get a life. Only at GNC.
What's it all about? In a word, fundamentals, basics, win, win, win. Not just one thing, it's everything. You know how many number ones there are? This many. Hey guys, keep the heat on. Not just today, not just tomorrow, every day. If you're second best, what's the point?
In the middle of the night, many of us search for answers to life's questions. Is there a God? Am I loved? Why was I created? Did the Yankees beat the Twins? ESPN News Network, the 24-hour sports news network from ESPN. Who else?
We now continue with the semifinals in the heavyweight division. This is going to be Poland versus the Caribbean. Tomaz Kucharzewski, he's there on the left, and on the right is Alain Grosdesormeaux from St. Martin. And Kucharzewski is a champion in a big way, wouldn't you say, John?
Yeah, two-time Sabaki, two-time Shidokan Open, and one-time world Shidokan champion. Dumps him on his back.
Which means nothing because we know how Shidokan works. It always changes. Whatever you're thinking is going to happen, never is so.
Grosdesormeaux dancing in, and Kucharzewski trying to pull him over the top.
Turning into a somersault wrestling match all of a sudden.
That's a real judo throw, actually.
Both seem to be pretty equal.
I don't know. Tomaz seems stronger to me already. Front kick. Trying to do a little takedown on the belt, and the 3-second rule. Big right hand in the body.
What about, look at Grosdesormeaux's right hand there. There's tape on it. Is that a pre-existing injury?
No, he's taped both wrists and he's just doing the wrap over.
Perfectly legal.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we've seen Kucharzewski fight before, and we know how he sort of builds up like a pressure cooker. Sooner or later, he's going to do something.
I always watch his knees, and I always watch his right hand. He clenches his right hand, he keeps his left open. There's a big knee. Oh, really big knee. He's down. Let's see if he gets up. Look at the grimace on Kucharzewski.
That's scary.
He looks like a jack-o'-lantern.
Well, a winning jack-o'-lantern, for sure.
That's knockout.
Let's see it again.
See just how deep that knee really goes. Oh, very deep. Right under the right breast.
And down. A very efficient 6 points. Tomaz Kucharzewski could have broken ribs. Who knows? Shaking hands, hugging. Very sportsmanlike. It's a great thing here. No wonder Shidokan is respected internationally. And Kucharzewski leaving the ring and, of course, advancing to the finals.
A friend of mine told me, try America Online. I said, why? I've got a computer. He said, try it. You'll see. It's easy. I called. They sent me a free America Online startup kit and gave me 15 free hours to look around. I'll admit I was nervous, but it's all point and click. I can do that. It's simple. Every time you sign on, welcome. It tells you if you've got mail. You've got mail. Want to send some email? Type the message, click here, and it's done. I like this. With one click, I can browse all kinds of great features on America Online. Surflink, Murder Mystery Online, Compton's Living Encyclopedia, whatever grabs my attention. I've gotten help with my golf swing, I've planned my next vacation, even bought flowers for my mother. Online. I love magazines, but I can't subscribe to them all. Or can I? America Online has over 100 newspapers and magazines. Everything from Business Week Online to Weekly World News, Atlantic Monthly to Cycle World. And I can browse them all. Keeping track of investments used to be tricky for me, but with America Online, it's a breeze. I pick a stock here, add it to my portfolio. I even get stock price updates every 15 minutes. Okay, I'll admit it. Sometimes my kids stump me with homework questions, but here's the answer. We use the teacher pager. It has teachers online to answer questions. Let me tell you, it comes in handy late Sunday nights. With America Online, you can point and click your way across the internet. And their web browser makes it easy to explore the World Wide Web. I'm always amazed by how many new features keep getting added. Just look. Of course, there's only one way to really experience it. Firsthand, on your own, up close and personal. Call the toll-free number and you'll receive your free startup kit and 15 free hours to look around. It's worth a try. You'll see.
Try the new America Online. Call 1-800-340-2200 for your free startup kit and 15 free hours. That's 1-800-340-2200. Call now.
Well, sadly, what you see there is an ambulance taking away Dontel Fleming after fighting with Lavendrine. Apparently, Dontel, as you can see, suffered a head injury, as we might have suspected, and that was enough. So he's off being treated right now.
So therefore, Kucharzewski wins by default. Is now the unprecedented three-time U.S. Shidokan heavyweight champion.
Well, I'm sure that's not the way that he wanted to win. Our own Julie Lynch is with the champion right now to get his impressions.
Tomaz, your two first fights went so easily. You were in and out. 1, 2, 3. Did you want to have more time this time to really prove yourself?
Actually, it's like... He's right over in the corner.
All right, I got his stuff here.